Hey, 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 what's going on, everybody? How are you, Christy? How are you doing over there?
I'm good. How are you?
We're doing well. Are we all in comas from Thanksgiving is the question.
Oh, I am. My family just had our Thanksgiving today, and so I snuck off to the back, and I'll tell you what, I'm full.
We had
I'm like,
ours on. I had to do two. I had to do one on Thursday, one on Friday. So I think I'm good for the
yeah,
next 2 weeks of food.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
but we should be good. I think um, it'll be probably a toggle between people coming back and forth because unfortunately we didn't know
Phoenix.
Phoenix has
Yeah,
their their give back. So hopefully we'll have
yeah,
people jump in and out. So I know that people had mentioned that. So, but either way, it should
yeah,
still be fun, and we'll be able to at least dive in and do some fun things with Brad. So, um,
yeah.
so what with that being said, Becky, thanks for coming in. Thanks for joining us. We are going to do our lovely intro video, which Christy had put together, which is awesome. And then we'll bring and introduce and bring Brad in. So we're looking forward to having a great conversation, talk about the products, the wonderful things that his company's doing, and the things he's doing in the detail community. So we're excited to really dive into that with him. And well, let's go further though. Let's roll into the video here.
Okay.
In the mist, walk the line so fine with a blindfold. Keep in mind, no hot dad riding in on a rhino. Got the roll on the rap with the dad vibes. Now everybody bounce with the franchise. Come on. Can't live with them, can't live without them. New kid back on the
Brad with Black Rhino Shine and No Hype Ceramics is one of the top innovators in the ceramic coating industry. Brad is bringing you the highest quality of products that are easy to use and that won't break the bank. Brad also brings such a large and caring heart to this community. Let's welcome Brad from Black Rhino and No Hype.
There he is, the
There we
man, double
are.
the man, Brad
There we are.
himself. Thank you for joining and coming with, and guys joining us today with the X's and O's of Extra Mile. We have obviously Christy, myself, both hosts of the podcast, and we are honored and privileged to have the opportunity to have Brad from Black Rhino to join us this evening and spend some time with us. We've been looking forward to this, and we are excited to get into your product and talk about what you're doing and the wonderful things you're doing in the industry and all the other good things that are happening. We're excited and appreciate your time and taking away from all the other things that I'm sure you got going on the weekend and your family and all the other good stuff. So thank you for joining.
Oh, the privilege is mine. So thank both of you for having me on.
Yeah. So, Brad, I am dying to know, obviously, I feel like, we're acquaintances through social media, and I've really kind of gotten to know a little bit about Black Rhino and No Hype, but I don't know that much about you, and I would love to. So, one of the questions I literally just want to start with is, who is Brad? Where do you come from, and who are you? We got to know.
Oh, we're starting with the hard ones already. I hate talking about myself. I'm just a simple guy from Perryville, Missouri. It's about an hour south of St. Louis. Been here
Okay.
pretty much all my life. Haven't traveled a whole lot, so stay local pretty much. But starting to do more traveling with the company, trying to get the word out there, trying to I guess network with a lot more people because sometimes I'm kind of a loner, so we need to get out there and hit the pavement a little bit.
Oh, I hear you. So Black Rhino and No Hype, Black Rhino Shine obviously came about first, I'm guessing, and then No Hype followed, or what is the origin story? How did you get into blackrhinoshine.com?
Okay. Black Rhino came first. We've had that for I can't even tell you what year we started that, but it's been many years ago. Yeah, I saw all the other ceramic coatings that were out there, and they were still kind of new at the time, so they weren't as good as they are now. But yeah, I wanted to make products a little bit better than what I could find at my local AutoZone and O'Reilly's and all that good stuff. and some of the stuff that was on the market at the time. So yeah, we just started. I'm not a chemist, but I deal very closely with the chemists. So
Okay.
we started making exactly what we wanted, and we're still always working on trying to make it even better. So nothing is a done deal as of right now. I mean, we're always trying to improve.
Okay.
So how did Black Rhino, and how did that all form? How did that initially come? I mean, what triggered you to get into that or start that product line or that company and that brand? I mean, were you just interested in the detail community and you wanted to come up with a product that you were passionate about, you enjoyed, you want to bring to the market, or what got you really kind of fired up about the product line and starting this whole thing?
I've been in this industry since I was about 18 or 19, doing some kind of mobile repair since I was 18 or 19. So we bumper repair, detailing, paint touch up, the whole works, interior repair, dent repair. So yeah, we just we wanted to make better products than what we were finding, and not say I'll never say ours are better than anybody else, but I think some of ours are pretty great, and then we're still working on getting them better. So.
That's awesome. Awesome. So how many are you solely running the operations, or do you have multiple people working with you with this?
It's mainly me, but I do have a few. I've got a couple partners, but they're
Gotcha.
kind of behind the scenes.
Sure. Gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, I package and ship everything out. So they're more of the training and marketing a little bit.
Gotcha.
So you live close then to, I would assume, what is your warehouse, or do you, I mean, where are your products made? They're made here, right? In the US?
Most of them are made in Missouri. Some of them are, some of our things that we cannot manufacture, like a couple of the ceramics. The polysiloxanes are a pain to manufacture, and
Yep.
I mean, you pretty much have to boil them in ammonia, and I don't want to mess with that stuff. So I mean, we have that stuff made for us. But everything is in America, is in the USA.
Wow, that's cool. That's
So we're never too far away from the products we do have to have manufactured for us. We're never too far away from them.
That's great. So is your, obviously you have the ceramic industry and the side of that. I mean, I know there's other products that you work on as well. Is the ceramic one of your biggest push? Is that what your biggest product line that you're more kind of pushing, or are you looking at trying to develop more and in the detail chemical side of things?
We'll stick mostly with ceramic coatings. We are getting ready to release a few like polishes, sealants, waxes, stuff like that. But
oh, cool.
And then we've got the hand applied clear coats. So it kind of goes hand in hand with regular detailing, but you know, some detailers like, hey, that's a gimmick, get away from that. And some of them understand not that I wouldn't say the importance, but they understand the appeal of something like that. Like, hey, this vehicle doesn't have enough clear left to correct it.
Yep.
So a hand applied clear could solve the issue. But either way, you got it. Some people can't stand the stuff, don't want anything to do with it. Some people think it's a scam, and some people love it. So, yeah, we're kind of 50-50 with the ceramics and the detailing side, and then the hand applied clear.
Nice. I think Becky had a question on.
Sorry, I'm sorry, guys. My internet is not working, so I'm like not hearing any of this that's going on. I'm so sad right now. So, like I said, if you feel like I'm not answering, it's because I literally my connection is just in and out right now. So I apologize.
And I'm on my phone, so I cannot read these questions that are coming in. They're too small. So if there's a question for me, you'll just have to say.
Yeah, we'll stop. I know that she asked about the 3-year. It seems to be a sheen, not a beater. Why is that?
A sheeter, not.
Yeah. Why is it? What's that? Why is that? Or the reviews I've seen, just their environment. So I guess she was wondering if is that supposed to happen? Is that typical for the 3-year for the sheen or the beating compared to the beating?
Yeah, she's saying that that it's a sheeter, not a beater. So it's
Yeah.
Yes,
it
some of our
sheets
coatings will,
instead of-
some of, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Some of our
No, you're
coatings
fine.
will sheet more than they bead. It really depends on the amount of water flow. I mean, if you just get a light drizzle, everything's gonna bead, but if you flood it, obviously it's gonna sheet pretty good. But yeah, a couple of them are more sheeters than bead.
Gotcha. Okay. She's got all kinds of, let's see, the big bead coating in the works. Is the big bead coating in the works? She said she wanted to know.
I'm not sure what that one is.
Yeah, I'm not.
We have one called fat beads. I don't know, maybe that's what she's talking
Maybe
about, but
she's
that's already
referring
on the
to.
website.
Okay. Hey Brad, your coating seems to be holding up great so far. Charlene's ceramic coating test. This is from X6M Ghost. He was saying that your coating's holding up very well. So
Awesome, yeah. I think it says Chelsea's, yeah,
Yeah, Chelsea ceramic coating.
Chelsea's tested quite a few of our products, and she seems to love them. And yeah, they're doing really well in her testing.
I have used, I know I haven't had a chance to use them. I want to use, I know that Christy had used one of the glass coatings, I think recently she was showing me. But I want to use one of your, I want to get one of your coatings and use it. But I know I've used your dye, the plastic dye.
Okay. Blackout?
Blackout, which was very good. I used it on one of my vehicles, my personal vehicles. And it worked very, very well. Very easy to use. And I mean, it's held up very well. So I know that that's something but I would definitely want to use. Christy was shown and did a great video on the glass one, which is one I want to try too. Christy, you did the coating on the glass? Can you hear? I don't know if she can hear me.
She's there, but I don't know if she can hear us.
Yeah, I think she's. I think she froze. I wonder if anyone was in the works that. Let's see. Hey, I was wondering if anything was in the works that beads like the 1 year but lasts like 3 years. So someone with Becky was asking. She was wondering if anything was in the works that beads like the 1 year but lasts like 3 years. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, we're always working on making them even better. So hopefully we can get that 1 year to last 2 or 3 years.
What's up, Tim? Shine your light. Mr. Tim, man. How are you? Thanks for joining. And brother.
And Titan Detailing, thank you for being here. XM
yes,
Ghost.
Titan D.
Thank you.
I wanted to see what I know that you had done a coating with the glass coating, Christy, and I wanted to know your thoughts or maybe share your experience. I know that I watched your video and you were saying it was very easy to use, and so
yeah,
I was just curious on the results and what your thoughts.
Yeah, it was honestly probably one of the easiest applications in a glass coating that I have used to date. I am waiting for it to really pour here because I want to see what what it's like in the rain. I haven't had haven't had the opportunity for that to happen yet. It's gone. Let's see, it's been about probably 2.5, 3 weeks now. So it's still, it's still new. But as far as the application at this point, it was so easy. It was a breeze. Like I could have given it to my mom and my mom could have put it on the car. Really, that's how I felt. Because sometimes ceramic coatings are just daunting. I mean, people and some people, have really great experiences and some people don't. And of course, the weather makes a difference. Is it humid? Is it not? I mean, there's so many variables that go into ceramic coatings. And so for someone like me, I mean, I'm not an expert by any means. Have I applied to some coatings here and there? Yes, but they're still new to me as well. So the fact that, I used it, and as I was using it, I'm like, gosh, this actually is pretty simple. Like why, I was stressing myself out for no reason. So I was happy with it. And I went back and did an update, and the update, man, it was awesome. I mean, the results were awesome. So now I'm just waiting to put it through the ringer and then bring you some some greater results. But as far as the ease of use, you can't go wrong.
Good.
Yeah, it was
Jamie the cleaner had it on his test. Had us in the middle of the windshield. I think it was ADS and CCI.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
I don't know what they call their coatings, but glass coatings. And
Yeah.
he seemed to love it. I think when the last video I saw from him, when he was at like the 8 or 9 month mark. Of course, now he's got his own stuff going on. So if he ever gets back to his channel,
Yeah.
doing videos, maybe we'll see an update. But
Yeah.
it's that last video I saw that he said he was doing great. So
Yeah.
How does longevity on? I'm curious on the glass. I mean, I've used quite a few different coatings when it comes to glass coating and regular ceramic coating on paints and stuff. But on the glass coating, longevity are what are you seeing, or what have you seen so far with your glass coating?
that one's a year. We say it's a year, and
Okay.
we've gotten a little bit over a year. I have it on my
Good.
personal truck, and it needs a new coat now. But it's the year was up on that in July, so
Oh, that's great.
it's still there. You can still tell it's on the windshield, but it's not like it should be. But we got well over a year, so I'm more than happy with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's really
I just
good.
need it to last a season. That's the kind of the way I feel with the windshield coating. If it lasts the season, then I'm good, because again, now that I realize how easy they are to apply, I mean, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah. And that was over a year with absolutely no other toppers and no other applications, no Rain-X in the windshield washer fluid. Only thing I washed it with was the squeegee at the gas station. I wanted to make sure nothing else was added to that windshield to see how much I could get in the real world.
That's great. So the coating itself on the glass, is that obviously pretty size wise good enough to do a whole vehicle?
Well, the rain chance is it's 50 milliliters, right?
Oh
The
my gosh,
bottle.
that's a lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I mean, I
That's
showed
a
in
lot.
my video, I barely used anything, and I put on 2
50's a
coatings.
lot.
I mean,
Gotcha.
So it all depends on what you do. If you just do strictly windshields with it, then you're going to get a ton of vehicles out of that bottle.
Yeah.
20 at least.
Some people will use a glass coating just on the windshield, and then you just use whatever they have laying around for the side glass, back glass.
Gotcha. I'm gonna have to get on and get that glass one so I can.
Yeah,
put
and
it
I
back.
mean,
It can actually be used besides the glass. You can use it on like polycarbonate, acrylic, like headlights, taillights, vent visors, bug shields.
Yeah, I mentioned that in my video too, which is amazing. And honestly, the killer part I think is the price. I mean, you cannot go wrong. What, $29.95 I think it is right now. You know what I mean? For 50 milliliters, for ease of use, for the longevity, for the performance. I mean, what else? And the fact that you can do so many vehicles with that one bottle, I just don't see. I mean, how could you pass that up?
Well, what's good is something like that for headlights, because we do a fair amount of headlight restoration. So, and I always usually will coat the headlights once we've actually sanded them down and buffed or polished them, or whatever. So, finishing them with a coating, which would be nice. Having that 50, that would last do quite a bit.
Oh, it'll last you. It'll last you quite a while if you're just doing headlights with it.
Yeah, that's great.
In the house. Hello, Franco.
Hello, the man, Franco.
Being here. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Franco, what's up, smelly butts? This guy is crazy. Do
you know Franco, Brad?
I don't know if I do or not.
He's funny. He's great, man. He's got a YouTube channel that's so funny.
Yeah.
His
the
videos
devil's
are great.
Detail. He's hilarious. That guy will keep you laughing. Brad, I wanted to talk to you more about your ceramics. So you have Black Rhino. How did No Hype then? Can we talk a little bit about how No Hype evolved? Because you have No Hype, and there was a specific reason you created No Hype. Can we talk about that for a minute? Because I think that is what is the real special piece here. That not enough people know about it.
Yeah, I'm all about giving back as much as I can. Like if you see Black Rhino, we doubled our sizes. Everything now is in 100 mil. All of the ceramics anyway are in 100 mil bottles. We've kind of gone up and down on that. We started out 2 ounces, 4 ounces, then we went down to kind of the industry standard 1 ounce. We're all over the place. And then we decide, you know what? How about we just give everybody enough to do several vehicles, make it affordable. So we've got 4 coatings, $25, $50, $75, and $100. Take your pick, which one you want.
Yeah, amazing.
Wow, that's amazing.
So
That is-
we try to make it as affordable as we can, but we still have to make some money. But no hype. I want some people, even though it's cheap and we give them quite a bit, some people are always going to say, "Hey, I don't need that much. It's going to go bad before I use it all." I mean, even though you could just give it to somebody else when you're done with it. But yeah, so the no hype is in smaller bottles, but also smaller price tag, $15 and $25. If you do, like we've got Rain Dance on the Black Rhino side. If you go to the no hype side, it's called Vision, and it's a few dollars more, but it is a smaller bottle. But so it's I wouldn't say save money, but it's smaller packaging, smaller prices, and then you obviously got the chance of winning some pretty good stuff, I think.
Yeah.
but yeah, that one, that's kind of like a side project for Black Rhino. That money's not for me. All that money will be going to help somebody purchase a new home and a few other friends start businesses of their own.
That's great.
I've got some friends that they want to start a food truck. Some people want to get into detailing or window tinting and stuff like that. And I can't just go out and say, okay, here's the money, go do it. But I can start the website and help out that way. So all profits from the No Hype will be distributed. So yeah, we get a few. I think they're awesome promotions going on for both websites.
Yeah, and not to mention, please correct me if I'm wrong, but you are planning on giving away the No Hype company.
Yeah, on the No Hype, because like I said, it was made strictly to raise money to help some people out. When it's done that, I really have no use for it. I've got the Black Rhino thing going, so I won't need it. So yes, it's a lot, 75,000 bottles, but we got to pay bills along the way. We got to pay for all the chemicals and stuff. So it's not all profits. If you did the math, it's like a huge number, but we don't get to keep that.
Yeah.
75,000 bottles. When that sells, we'll pick a name and somebody's going to win the company.
Wow.
That's really cool.
We have gotten some heat, or I guess rumors, hate, whatever you want to call it. People like, it's a scam. That's just a way for you. You sounds like you've got 75,000 bottles that you bought offline and you can't get rid of it. Or
you always have the skeptics.
Yeah.
Somebody was like, it sounds like a way of locking somebody into purchasing from you for the rest of their lives. I'm like, well, that's any franchise, you're going to have to buy the product. So
Yep.
But I mean, that in itself, I mean, you're literally handing over a company in a big box with a red ribbon. I mean, that's
much. Yeah, they'll just take it over. They'll have everything ready to go. Set up with a couple thousand bottles of each.
Wow.
And ready to go. So
that in itself is amazing.
It's so cool.
All they will have to do, obviously, we'll the website, we can just a couple clicks and just switch over ownership to them. They will have to get bank account and LLC and everything if they want to be an LLC. But
that's really
all easy to do though.
Yeah. And I know also another thing that you offer that I think is pretty fantastic. I don't know many businesses, if any, that do something like this, but on blackrhinoshine.com, you have $50 50% off cards and I think you said you sell 50 of them a month. Is that? Yeah. And you literally, it's a half off card. So for your next purchase, whatever you buy, everything, it's cut in half, correct?
Yeah. We started doing that. I think it was last month, maybe the month before. But yeah, we're only doing 50 a month. Just a way to give back a little bit. We obviously can't do it half price all the time.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, you buy the savings card for $50, and we will email you a discount code, and your next purchase, you get 50% off up to $500 in savings. So basically, you put $1,000 worth, or as much as you want, up to $1,000, and it'll cut it in half.
Yeah.
That's really cool. That's
Very,
really
awesome.
good.
Very
That's awesome.
Besides that, we've got the actually. Oh, we lost her.
Oh,
again.
we lost her again. Let's see if she pops back up.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
what, this is not
Peekaboo, she's back. That's too funny. So that the website so people that are wanting to get your product, most of it's done through your particular website. Do you market it a lot on any of the other social platforms like Instagram, TikTok, or any of those guys,
Yeah.
or is it?
We've got all the normal. I mean,
Okay.
we post on those, not as much as I should because I've got so much going on, and
Sure.
I prefer being a kind of like behind the scenes guy. I don't make a ton of videos. I need to start making more because you got to get the word out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Brad, I know you said you started this when you were like 18 or 19 in terms of detailing. Is Black Rhino Shine your job? Is this your number one only sole career, or do you do other things also? And this is, do you have your hands in other things, or is this it for you? This is what you do.
My normal job is I'm a mobile reconditioning tech, I guess you could say. I go to all the car dealers.
Wow.
Wheel repair, windshield repair, paint correction. We do a lot with our Speed Clear, our Speed Clear Pro.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then whenever I'm done with that, I work on the other stuff and ship out the orders.
Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything I do is reconditioning related.
That's amazing.
That's
I did
really
see
cool.
that Speed Clear. Has that always been on the Black Rhino website, or did I just not catch it before?
We've had Speed Clear for a couple years now.
Okay.
2 years maybe. Speed Clear Pro we just started this year, beginning of this year. There's no picture yet. That's how behind I am. There's just a little description. There's no actual picture. So I definitely need to get onto that.
So what is the difference between the Speed Clear and Speed Clear Pro?
First thing you'll notice, they're different color. One is kind of an amberish color and one is crystal clear.
Okay.
Speed Clear, depending, as long as you apply or prep everything well, you're going to get a year or two out of it. It's basically, like I said, if you've got a vehicle that the clear is so thin that either you just can't safely correct it without damaging. So yeah, it's a hand applied clear.
Okay.
Speed Clear Pro is just as easy to use, but it's been the other one has not been lab tested. You just have to take our word on how good it is. But Speed Clear Pro, we actually had lab tested at a little bit over 5 years. So.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
So it went through the whole gamut of scratch resistant, chemical resistant. I think they did all kinds of like accelerated weathering, tons of stuff on it, and they did like adhesion tests and everything. It did great.
So application process, is it pretty
They do take a little bit of practice.
I mean, is it pretty easy to apply, or is it?
They're pretty easy. As long as you watch a few of our videos.
Okay.
Unfortunately, some of the people we send it to, they're detailers. So even though we tell them, hey, do not apply this like a ceramic coating, they apply it like a ceramic coating. Nice thin layers, little square at a time. Go to the next square.
Doesn't work out.
You're putting it on nice and heavy from one edge of the panel all the way to the other. So I mean, it takes a little bit of practice, and there's a technique to it. But once you get it down, it's easy, and results are amazing.
Becca has a question. She says, would Speed Pro help older headlights that have lost the UV protection? Could I polish it out, then apply?
Yeah, we use both of them on headlights. I personally prefer Pro on headlights. And you can hand apply it, but if you do bumper repair or anything like that, or if you like to spray your headlights, Pro, just straight out of the bottle, is awesome sprayed on headlights.
So it's educate me, because I'm not 100%. Is it when you're applying that? Is it used with an applicator, or are you spraying? Like what's the best method of going and applying that on, say, a headlight to a panel? I mean, what is your go-to or your way of saying the best way to implement that?
The applicator just comes down to the individual applying it, because some people like just for like our regular speed clear, sounds weird and people are like, hey, that's going to scratch, but we're covering up scratches with product anyway. A Bounty kitchen paper towel actually works amazing. And a couple cents, you throw it away when you're done. Some people prefer like the auto fiber, the saver pads.
Okay.
Some people like the rags on a roll. You just fold those up and use those as an applicator. You throw it away when you're done. So yeah, any of those, you just have to practice a little bit, see what works the best for you. Spraying is awesome. You actually, you think you're going to use more product spraying it, but you actually end up using less because it's such a thin layer when you're spraying it.
Okay.
Um,
I'm going to get some of that and play. I'd like to play with that because it's intriguing. I would really like to.
Yeah.
I did my son's little tractor sometime over the summer with it. We cleaned it as good as we could, but it was, it had exhaust stains all over the paint and stuff like that. We cleaned it as good as we could. I sprayed it. I didn't even use probably an eighth of the bottle. It was a small tractor, but
yeah,
that was the first time I'd ever sprayed it on a tractor like that. So I was kind of amazed at how little product we used and still got a glass-like finish on it.
Wow. Brad,
I'm interested in playing around with that. It sounds like fun, to be honest. Becca had another question, if you don't mind me asking. Again, the ceramics and these coatings are your thing. Do you have any plans for an interior ceramic or going any further with ceramic coatings?
We get that all the time, and we will have something. I just don't know. I don't know when it's going to be. We've got so many products we're trying to get out. Some of them I made a mistake of telling people, hey, this is coming soon, and then we need to tweak it a little bit, get it exact. I don't want to just rush everything out there. So
yeah.
I'd rather be a little late to the ball game than just put out a terrible product.
No, absolutely. And I mean, at this point, I kind of feel like, why not? You have the autonomy to kind of take your time. This market, I feel, is at this point not oversaturated, but there are so many things that, I would rather take my time and put something else that I know works and is good. I don't know.
That makes sense. Becky asked as well something about his tire shine earlier. She had a question about your tire dressing, or
she said I'd also like to hear more about the tire dressing.
Okay, we've got three of them. So, Eco Shine and Super Wet Look are both water-based. One will give you more of a kind of a matte finish or satin, and Super Wet Look is a little more wet looking, obviously, and the more coats you put on it, the glossier it's going to get. And then we have another one that's solvent based, and it's going to give you kind of almost the same way. It's kind of a satin look, but you can apply more coatings. So more coats, you get a different sheen. So it just depends if you want water based or solvent.
Gotcha. Okay.
XM Ghost asks, Brad, were you involved with Diamond Clear?
Absolutely not.
There's your answer, Ghost.
Not too biased, but if you see that name, run.
Enough said.
Yeah. Run. Let that be.
Let that be. Absolutely.
Actually, one of my partners was actually with them. So.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Well, we won't ask for more information than that.
It's okay.
Let me see. And Diamond Clear, to be honest with you, I've never.
Diamond Clear isn't a thing anymore. Now it's
not. I was going to say.
Yeah, now it's shiny cars. Same guy. Now it's shiny car stuff.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So now him and his supplier had some kind of issue. I don't want to speculate on. I mean, I'll speculate all the time, but I don't want to. I don't want to put that out there. But
I know.
They had a falling out, and so now it's shiny car stuff.
Okay. I know. I stopped myself right now because I was like, should I don't even know if I should speak on things I really know nothing about, but there you go. I didn't realize it was the same person. Good to know. Good to know. So Brad, what are your future plans? What are your future goals with Black Rhino Shine? Are you good and content where you are, adding a few products here and there? Or do you have any other plans for Black Rhino or what do you see yourself doing?
We will be releasing, I can't say when, but soon, we will be releasing a couple like polishes, just a couple normal body shop safe, no fillers, no silicones, no waxes, anything like that.
Okay.
We've got one that's polished in ceramic, so all in one and done, whatever,
Wow.
however you want to phrase that. We got a couple of soaps. I think we have a normal straight down the line pH balance, and then on either side of that, we're doing something with them that I don't think anybody else has ever done. At least I've never seen it done. So, kind of a multi-purpose soap. I know it sounds weird, but I just can't say too much about it. But yeah, we got a couple soaps coming out, some sealants, waxes, stuff like that. Because a lot of people like ceramics, but some people are still intimidated by them. They'd rather just have a wax or just a sealant.
Yeah.
Yep.
No rinseless.
The rinseless.
No rinseless wash.
That's like the hot item of the detail world.
I'm not big on rinseless, but that kind of goes back with our multi-purpose soaps.
Oh, okay. So I won't ask any more about that. Well, I just have to ask because it just seems like that is at the top of everybody's.
Yeah, what gets me is the people that do the hybrid rinseless. So they'll foam it down, rinse it off, and then just go back and do the rinseless. I'm like, why not just wash it? Why not just wash it like normal? But whatever. Whatever you like, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know if I could deal with one more rinseless coming out. I swear.
I guess with the rinseless, I've kind of got on the train because I was not on it.
Yes,
and I've now been able to use it more with a lot of our maintenance clients that we do them on a regular basis because it does save us time than getting and foaming and stuff. But I've used quite a few now. I've been, and I'm trying to figure out, really dive into, really determine the difference. And it's hard to really find a difference on all of them. Maybe some of them have a little bit more cleaning power, but it is really close to determine, the difference between any of those rinseless.
And don't get me wrong, because I do like rinseless washing. I really do, especially when it's cold.
Absolutely.
I'm working out of my garage or out of my driveway. Sure. So when I don't want to pull out that pressure washer and I need to wash my car, rinseless actually saves the day in, many situations for me. But I don't know. I need to get better, like you just said, at figuring out, what is the difference? Is this one better than that one? Because to me, I think they all perform really similar. So, don't let Eddie hear me say that. He's the rinseless king, but there are good ones, and I think I don't know.
Whatever you like and whatever works for you.
It's exactly it.
That's my thing. As long as it's working, there's so many, as we've always say, there's so many great products. There really is. There really is. And it's hard to say, hey, this one is absolutely just a killer. It outdoes everyone else. I speak on the rinseless side. Obviously, other products in the detail industry is a little bit sometimes for me easier to determine the strength of the better results and stuff like that. But when it comes to, for me, maybe it's because I'm not a perfectionist when it comes to rinseless washing yet. So I don't know the difference. But I can tell the difference when it comes to soaps or sealants or things like that. I can really determine the difference and feel a difference and see the difference when it comes to results and stuff like that. But that is one that I have not got mastered or figured out yet. But that's all right, though.
I remember when stuff like that, like rinseless and waterless wash first came out, everybody was like, hey, don't use that. You're going to scratch the crap out of your car. And now everybody's gotten it and everybody loves it. Like, not that long ago, you were telling people not to use it. So now it's the greatest thing ever.
I'm always a big foam person. So that's hard for me.
I think the hype of a sponge has been kind of crazy too, because back in the day, if you were using a sponge, it was like, what are you doing? Yes. And now it's like, all the things. So it's funny how, that circle turns and, I don't know. Maybe it'll go full circle, and one of these days people are going to say, no, rinseless is awful again. I don't know. We'll see. But
Everybody's going to be back to paste wax on everything.
yeah,
Oh, I know.
I still think wax isn't dead. I don't know. I think there's a place if
Absolutely.
There's some people
I
that
agree.
still really like to just take care of their car by putting a fresh, coat of
Some
wax
people
on
like to go out there every month or every couple months. Some people find it relaxing, and then it does give a little bit different look than other products. So
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, the wax, I find it beneficial. We just did some today. One of my clients got some old muscle cars, quite a few Pontiacs, a GTO, a Corvette, some of the other ones that we did, and wax on those stage 1 paints and stuff like that. It really changed. It's a lot different than using it on one of these newer cars, and you can see the difference in the quality. Sealants work great too. Don't get me wrong, but when you put a nice polish of wax on one of those older cars, whew, man, it's a whole different world, man. It really changes things.
Yeah,
Black
Tim
tint
says
wax
he likes
gives
black
a nice
tinted
look.
wax. Nice.
Huh.
So Brad, let me ask, what brands or specific products, if you're going to wash your car, what are you reaching for? What is in your
arsenal?
What's in your, thank you. I was looking for that word, Matt. But what brands or what companies? I mean, obviously Black Rhino, but when it comes to soaps, when it comes to even your wheels or an APC, what are you reaching for?
yeah, unfortunately, I don't detail my truck as much as I should.
Oh,
It's a work vehicle.
I love it.
So don't judge me by my vehicle. But no, I'm not crazy on any brand of soap right now. I'll just go down to, I live just a few blocks from AutoZone, so I'll get Wire Gold Class or something like that. But then I'll go through and polish it and put a ceramic on it. So usually I use my own stuff, but if I need soap, I'll go down there and get that.
Yeah. Hey, McGuire soaps, I think they're good. That Gold Class, I think that's
they've been around a long time. That's what I started with all McGuire's product. They've been around a long time in the industry, dude. Like they just, I mean, you and I were watching Papa Smurf last night. He's a big guy, and I've used their products too. Is the Griot's their product line is decent too. They have a decent product line, but you can get it at AutoZone, which is convenient and stuff like that. But I mean, I think it goes back to the same thing. It's like there's so many of them out there. It just depends on what you.
I wouldn't go to AutoZone for all your detailing supplies.
No,
some things you can get there.
Yeah.
So what's up, Detailed Grandma? She is asking
Grandma
again for just a little more information about the No Hype ceramic. So maybe Brad, if you could just give us a quick rundown of the 1 year versus the 3 year. What is the difference? Literally just the longevity? Or is there any differences in the coating?
It's a totally different formula, but they're similar. They're only coatings we do are polysiloxanes.
Okay.
Even the windshield is polysiloxane coating. Just different formulations. So it's no secret that our Black Rhino coatings are for right now. On the No Hype, we've only got a couple coatings. Those 2 coatings are the same as the coatings from Black Rhino. So 1 year on No Hype is our fat beads on Black Rhino. And the 3 year is the same as our Graphics on Black Rhino.
Oh, okay.
So we're not trying to hide anything like that. Like I said, we just smaller packages, smaller prices, and chance of winning a company.
Okay.
Very cool.
So fat beads and Graph X. That makes sense now. I don't think I was quite understanding what you meant by the smaller bottle. I get it totally now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then some people might point out, well, hey, you say Graph X is a 5 year on Black Rhino and you're only calling it 3 year on a No Hype. We're just trying to, like I said, not hype anything up. So we instead of doing a 1 year, 2 year, 3, or a 1, 3, and 5, we just did a 1 and 3. So we're calling it a 3 year, but you're actually getting what we normally call a 5 year coating.
Very cool.
And again, I mean, it just depends on. I mean, it's subjective. Any coating is
any coating. I can say it's a 10 year coating. It doesn't mean
No,
You
absolutely.
might only get 3 years depending on where you live. It just depends on how you take care of it. And
So true.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
unfortunately, not too many coatings are, 3 years. Hey, it's exactly 3 years and then done. So I mean, there's so
Yeah.
many variables.
Yeah. I know I have a little bit of a hard time sometimes when I hear like, lifetime coating, because I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
how do you really test that? Like where was that measure
There's
created?
so many things
you know,
about the ceramic coatings that are crazy.
but I mean, there are some good coatings out there, don't get me wrong. I mean, I definitely know that there are some coatings that are lasting, a long time, but again, I think that's all per individual.
Absolutely. I agree.
11 age, 12 age. So
Oh yeah. It's just
It's kind of insane. I mean, cool nonetheless. I'm fascinated by ceramic coatings, to be honest with you. I always think about kind of the technology behind them, and how there are so many different coatings, but are they really that different? I don't know.
there's some different base resins and stuff you can use, but
Yeah.
a lot of it, I mean, they're really nothing new. I mean, if you think about it, Rain-X was kind of like the grandfather of their ceramic coatings.
Yeah,
It's
that's been
ceramic
around for a
coating for
while,
glass,
huh?
been around
Yeah.
forever. Of course, but they always said, do not get it on your paint. I guess somebody decided, hey, what if we use this on our paint? What will happen? So,
Yeah.
it's actually
I'm not
funny.
saying that Rain-X is
For
responsible
paint.
for ceramic coatings, but
Yeah. Detail Grandma says, can they be used on all materials on the exterior, like plastics? The coatings.
1 year, yes, use on everything on the no hype side. 3 year, I would stick to just paint, glass, wheels, stuff like that. Don't use it on like polycarbonate, like your headlights, your tail lights, your running or vent visors and stuff like that, because
Okay.
it is a little bit stronger polysiloxane, so it can, like if you've got a bug shield, it can kind of fade. I won't fade, but stain it,
Okay.
lighten it. I'm not even sure what the word, etch a little bit.
Okay.
So, and I've had, I warn people about that because it's a possibility, but I've only had it happen a couple times. I've used it on bug shield stuff, absolutely no problem. And then, I did my own, my vent visor and etched it. Of course, mine has to be the one that it messes up, but
Of course.
better than somebody else calling and saying, "Hey, you ruined my visor." So,
Okay. So 1 year suggest yes. 3 year, probably not
3
so
years,
much.
just keep it on things that ceramics are safe for: paint, glass, wheels.
Okay.
Yeah, just try to keep it off of like unknown plastics. I mean, I know a lot of your stuff on your vehicle is painted plastic, but raw plastics.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So out of all of your coatings on Black Rhino, what would you, if somebody said, Brad, what is the coating that is the one that I should buy today? Which coating would you suggest for people? Which is the one that you think is your flagship coating?
Not just because it's the most expensive, but it's just the easiest to use. I would say optics, because it hazes over like a wax. It just, some people can't tell, okay, did the other coating, did it rainbow? Am I still waiting for a rainbow? What am I doing? Optics, you apply it, let it sit for a few minutes. It's going to haze over, and then you just wipe it off.
Perfect.
But now, if you wanted to go the cheapest option possible, obviously it's fat beads. Great coating, 100 mil, 25 bucks. So
Awesome.
And that is the one too that you're saying you want to keep strictly just glass, paint, and wheels.
fat beads are the same as the 1 year, so that.
Okay.
Yeah, but you would think our flagship coating would be the one called Black Rhino, but actually it's not as. I mean, people that use it love it, but it doesn't get as much attention as the other coatings.
Very interesting. Okay.
So I guess I'm still just trying to think about, with all the coatings, if they're all, you said they're all
polysiloxane.
Sorry, I totally. There you go. Polysiloxane. I'll say that 3 times fast. Polysiloxane. If they're all made from, what is the difference then? No, I was just going to say, if that is the technology behind all of your coatings, then what what are the other
Oh,
differences
what's the
then
difference
that
in
come
our coatings? Yeah, they're just different,
Yeah.
different strengths. Like say
Just
different
strengths.
different formulations.
Okay.
Now, coatings in general are typically polysiloxane, which is
Okay.
basically silicone fluid in a solvent. So
Okay.
most of your coatings out there are basically just silicone liquid.
Okay.
Polysiloxanes, they're totally different. It's sodium, so you can think about it. Silicon nitride, like I said, they basically have to dissolve this stuff in boiling ammonia. So it's pretty nasty chemicals for
Okay.
the base ceramics. And then when they get that done, they mix it with other stuff. So it's a little more complex to make. It should be one of the most expensive coatings out there because it does take more to produce than typical ceramic. But the technology's actually been around since like 30s or 40s. They used it in other industries, and then they finally started integrating it into automotive.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
Chrissy, I know that you got to get running, so I would like to purchase a couple products. I know we don't have a lot of people because we've got conflicts of schedules, but whoever's here is going to look out. So I would like to purchase a couple different products and just give them away to those that are here from your product line. So, so Chrissy, what are your thoughts on which ones we'd like to give away? Or which one? I think a glass coating would be cool. I think one of those would be cool. I don't know.
I'm trying to think who's in. I don't think we have very many people in here right now. What do we have? 5? Who's in here? I'm trying to see.
It's a good thing about the internet. They can watch later.
They'll watch. A lot of them will watch it. Yeah.
I am
ceramic spray protection.
Yeah, let's give away. Let's do like rain dance. Let's do. I will buy myself. I'll do a rain dance and then a no hype 1 and 3, and I'm going to give that away as a package deal.
Yeah, I would like to do the same. Whatever, like however, I think whatever would be great for. I think the glass, and then I think whatever is going to be. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'd like to do one of each. I know there's quite a few, so whatever you're not doing, I'll do the opposite.
Yeah. So do we want it? Oh, look, Titan. Tim says he's here. Shine your light. I'm here.
Detailed Grandma asked if you had a ceramic spray product of protection.
We actually just discontinued our Speed Slick a while back. People used it, loved it, but it just wasn't selling like it should. And some people were kind of scared about the instant curing because there was a spray on, wipe off within 10 seconds, and it cured in under a minute. Some people kind of scared about that, but then now you've got phobic, which is similar. Theirs last longer. Ours was only a couple months anyway. It wasn't supposed to be anything really extremely durable. It was just basically a quick detail kind of thing with some protection. But no, we replaced that with Slick AF, which is a ceramic spray wax, and you should get 6+ months out of that.
That's good.
On the Black Rhino side, it's Slick AF. On the No Hype, it's Slick It. So Slick It.
Slick It. Okay. All right. So what do you think? How would you like to do?
Well, for those that are here, let's go ahead. I have a question. Let's see if anybody can answer it from those that are here. And then, because I know we have a couple people. But Brad had mentioned, and I mentioned it again, how old he was when he kind of got into business and detailing. If somebody can tell me how old Brad said he was.
There it is.
Oh, there it is. Mackenzie got it. Okay. Mackenzie. I don't have the ability to. Oh, Detailed Grandma came with it too. I don't have the ability to post my email because I can't type. So I don't know if you want to post yours, Matt, or we'll post mine, and then we can get those out to them.
Yep, I can post mine.
So Mackenzie, if once Matt puts his email up there, if you can reach out to him, and then we will get you, I said a rain dance, no hype 1 and no hype 3 little package. We will get that to you as soon as possible. There we go. So Mackenzie Extra Mile Detail 1 at gmail.com. You are so welcome.
Who else do we have it? Who else do we have in here? Detail Grandma, I think, is.
Yeah.
Becky was in here, but she may have taken off.
Yeah, I think she had to get going. She drives the train. She was on her train tonight.
Aha, gotcha.
So, and Tim said, I don't need more coatings. Let someone else win.
Well, Tim, what could you use? Is there something you'd like to try? Because, we'd like for you to try something.
And Titan Detailing's here too.
Titan Details here too. Okay. So you gave, I would like to do, well, I'll give Brad the option. Brad, you choose what you'd like me to give away. How about that?
Let's see. Out of which side? Either side?
Doesn't matter to me. Whatever you want, I will do.
Maybe something. I was going to say maybe something on the Black Rhino side, since I'm doing no hype 1 and 3.
Okay. How about like a Slick AF and Eco Shine? It's tire coating.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Is there any other one? You did 3? Or did you do 2?
I did. 3, I'm going to do 3. Yeah, rain dance. No
3. Yeah,
3 products. Yeah. We can throw a rain dance or something else in there. You already got rain dance on.
Well, you can do a rain dance too, a window coating, and,
okay, yeah.
And then,
yeah. So rain dance, and then the tire coating, and then what was the other one that you were saying?
The Slick AF.
Slick AF. Okay, perfect. I'll have to remember these. I can remember all these. Christy, you help me remember these.
I'll write it down.
Christy, I know you got to get going pretty soon, but I've got a few promotions if you guys got time to.
Yes,
go
please.
A few of those.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, our Black Friday ended yesterday, so that one's over. But our Cyber Monday starts. It's actually tomorrow and Sunday. I'm sorry, tomorrow and Monday. Cyber 50, get you 50% off anything on the Black Rhino website, other than the mystery boxes because they're already discounted. But normal products, 50% off. You just can't, like I said, you can't use that on the mystery boxes, or you can't use it to buy the savings cards, and then you can't double it up on the savings cards.
Yeah.
Because that you can't get 50% off something you're already getting 50% off, because I just can't do that. So yeah, that would be use that first if you want to do that. And then on our mystery boxes, so like anytime after Monday, if you want to go on and buy something else, our $25 mystery boxes, if you use mystery 15, you'll get those for $15. Which that is just the $25 normally is a 30 ml bottle of either Black Rhino, Graphics, or Optics coatings. So you'll get one of those in the package for $15. For your viewers only, if they buy 10 of those, I will give them 5 free. So,
wow, okay.
And then other than that, I think you might have went over it on one of your videos, Christy. We every product you buy after, like if you buy Eco Shine, Rain Dance, Super Wet Look, or Fat Beads, the next 1,500 bottles of each of those sold get you entered to win $10,000.
Yes.
And then if you grow up in the bracket, the price on the product, if you order Best Dressed, Blackout, Slick AF, or Black Rhino, the next 1,500 sold of each of those gets you entered to win 15,000. And
Wow.
then one more level. So Nuclear, Speed Clear Pro, Graphics, and Optics. The next 1,500 sold of those gets you entered to win 20,000.
Holy cow!
So,
Yeah, isn't that
a
amazing?
lot of money on the line.
Wow.
And 1,500 bottles really doesn't take all that long. So
Yeah, no, not at all.
So, would
And
you
that's
like
not
to
just-
ask the last question when you're done? Ask the last question to determine who wins the one that you chose for me. Giveaway.
Do you have a question
Or I
you
can
want
do it. I
to
can.
ask, or it doesn't matter to me? Do you have a question, Matt?
I can come up with one. Or if Brad has one that he'd like, that I'm happy to. Do you have one that you'd like to throw out there?
I'd say my mind's a blank right now, but it's blank quite a bit. So
Let's see.
What I guess you could do
Or,
the
I
no hype. If who can tell us what the purpose and what the meaning is behind the no hype and what that's contributing going back to?
okay. Had to be listening.
while they're working on that, since we're talking about promos for Black Rhino, I want to say a little more for the no hype.
Yeah, please do.
Similar, the next 1,500 bottles. This is just in general, 1,500 of total of everything. The Black Rhino was 1,500, like graphics, 1,500 optics, but the no hype is just the next 1,500 bottles total on the website. The next 1,500, when those sell, we'll draw a name for basically a detailing starter kit, I guess you could say. It has some of the stuff we've already got, some stuff we'll still be getting, but we've got a Viper Low Pro spool, 2 Max Shine polishers, the M15 Pro, and the mini cordless V2. And then it also have pretty much everything you need, like pads, polishes, all necessary chemicals, like your soaps, your interior cleaners, pretty much everything you need to detail. And then a few of our friends, like Jason over at Car Supplies Warehouse, chipped in, and he sent a bunch of like brushes and microfibers and stuff like that.
Nice.
Scott Graves over the Detail Guy sent a detail keg to throw in there.
Very cool.
Wow.
So yeah, next 1,500 bottles of anything bought on No Hype will be entered for that. And then obviously we've got the 75,000. When 75,000 sells, somebody's going to win the company.
Yeah.
But we've also got the little challenge going on between detailers, YouTubers, influencers, stuff like that. We'll give you a discount code to share with any of your viewers, your friends, post it wherever you want. This is mostly for detailers, YouTubers, but you don't have to have a huge following. Anybody that wants a code, we will give this to you. Whoever helps us push the most sales with their code will win $50,000, as well as another $50,000 for one of their viewers. So and that will be the same thing. We at the end of the 75, we will pick that. So somebody gets 50, somebody else gets 50,000, and then we will go in and pick a winner for the company overall.
Yeah.
So we're just trying to give back as much as we can.
Yeah, Detail Grandma, I hope you caught on to that. If you ask Brad, you can probably reach him through Facebook or Messenger. I'm not sure, Brad, what's the best way to reach you for a code?
Facebook's pretty easy.
Yeah, Facebook is easy. But yeah, Detail Grandma, if you ask him for a code, once 75,000 bottles are sold, the person who has had the most bottles sold using their code, correct, Brad, will win $50,000.
$50,000.
Yes. Like I said, you don't have to be a huge influencer or with 100,000 followers or more. Anybody can do it. I mean, post it on your regular page. Tell your family and friends, hey, if you want to order this, use my code. And
yeah.
and
then
even if you don't win, you get a small percentage of a sale. So
yeah,
That's great.
it's crazy. It's crazy. So amazing. Before, actually, I wanted to answer this question because I didn't want to leave XM Ghost hanging if he's still here. But he was asking, what is the cure time of your coatings, Brad? Before he can release to a customer, what is the basis of cure time?
typically 12 to 24 hours, but none of them are going to be. Some people can't hold on to it that long. They got to get it done, get it out. I actually had a video a while back that where I did optics, and 5 minutes after I coated it, I soaked it down with water, and the coating held up fine. So I wouldn't recommend that, but just showing you that you're not really going to hurt it. But yeah, typically 12 to 24 hours. I mean, you can release to them as soon as you're done. You can release it to them as soon as you're done. Just ask them to keep it in the garage, keep it dry for 12 to 24 hours.
Yeah. Oops.
So no one answered the question, so my question must have been not good for the giveaway. We could even split it up with those that are here. I don't mind.
Let's see. I have one more question. Let's see if they can answer it. What state does Brad live in?
That's a good question too.
Let's see if I know there's XM Ghost was on, I think. What state does Brad live in? Let's see if anybody can answer that. If not, oh, look at MO, Missouri.
It is.
Got
Missouri.
it. There you go, Ghost.
There you go, Ghost.
Perfect. I don't know. Oh, that's where he went to school. That's right. He was saying that he lived somewhere near, I believe. I think I might have missed that comment, but he was talking about him living around there.
Oh yeah. What city?
I was trying to find it in the comments. XM Ghost, tell us again where, because you had said that you went to school somewhere. Tell us again where. Oh, he said, Brad, are you familiar with Marshall?
Marshall, yeah.
Heard of it, never been there.
Marshall, Missouri?
Marshall, Missouri.
Okay. Yeah, Marshall.
Detailed Grandma wants to know how she can reach Brad. You are on Instagram.
I'm on Instagram. Like I said, Facebook's pretty easy. Off the top of my head, I can't think of the Instagram.
Detailed Grandma, when we get off here, I will give you his the info. I will give you his information.
But yeah, you can message me on Facebook, Brad Orman. So
yeah.
Or you can even go to the website and send me a message there, however you want to do it.
Okay. So Grandma, you can go to blackrhinoshine.com and contact him through there as well. But I'll get to you, Grandma. XM Ghost said to give it to surprise Eileen and give her giveaway to her. Awesome. Thank you, Ghost.
Cool. Okay. We'll get it to Eileen.
Very cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think that was all of the questions. Well, Brad, I thank you so much for being here tonight. Yes. I don't to cut this short, but I do have to take my kids to the grandma's tonight too.
Totally understand.
Sorry about that. But
no, it was very cool.
All you're doing for this community is just absolutely blows my mind. It is unreal. And I think it is absolutely awesome. But we've got to get it out more. I mean, we do. We've got to push this because, again, I just don't think enough people know about it. And to not know about something so grand is a shame. So we definitely, I'm on a mission and I keep saying that. And I really got to get to it, man. Trying to juggle full-time jobs and podcasts and YouTube. I'm telling you, I'm still trying to. It's not easy.
It's crazy.
It's a lot of work. But no,
it is, but
I don't know if she will remember this or not, but a few years ago, Chelsea, she'd said that once more people hear about the company and everything we do, that we'd be the hottest thing on the market. Still trying to get to that spot, but
well, Chelsea, she knows her stuff, so We'll get you there, Brad. We will. I'm
sure.
telling you, it's a mission. It's definitely a mission of mine. I'm on it. I'm going to help you any way I can.
I want to blow up the Black Rhino side as much as possible so we can keep going. But then the No Hype, obviously, I want to get it going so we can help people out and then ultimately give it away. So
that's awesome.
Absolutely.
Well, I know we got to go. So one last thing, and we'll close out. Brad, if you could share one thing that those listeners or those that are here or that will listen to the episode, what would you give as something that someone could go and implement? It doesn't have to necessarily be detailed. It could be within their personal life or their work life that they could go and actually start implementing and benefiting of food for thought. Just a quote or something that you live by that you think could be beneficial to the other detail community.
Has absolutely nothing to do with detailing, but spend as much time as you can with your family and friends because you never know when it'll be their last.
So true. So
Great
true.
word.
I mean, it really is.
Enjoy everything as much as you can.
It's so true.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's so true because just in the last 3-4 months, I've had some really good friends that have actually 2 weeks ago, one of my clients, which is a very good friend of mine, as a pilot, 2 of them, and they just passed away in one of their jets.
I'm so sorry.
He owns. He's a pilot, and they crashed and it unfortunately killed him and his younger son and one of the other clients of mine. So you just don't know how quickly and how your life can change so quickly.
You have absolutely no control, or you have no control. You don't know when it's coming.
Really don't.
A couple years ago, I went out to make dinner and watch a movie with my mom. I ended up calling 911 because she passed away. So you never know what's going to happen.
You really don't.
Yeah.
It's such a great point. Treasure every moment with your friends and family. Take the time and treasure the little things. It don't have to be big things. And I think it's important because, like you said, you don't know when that time comes, and you want to be sure that you enjoy those moments and cherish those moments because they go very quickly. So, guys, I appreciate those that have been in. I know it's kind of unfortunately with overlaps with the podcast with Phoenix Give Back, and it was a little tough. I know a lot of people are kind of back and forth, and it's the holiday weekend. So, but Brad, we really appreciate you coming on. We'd love to have you come back on again and continue to promote. So we'll get with you because I think it would be great to get you back on when we have a little larger audience too. Not that this didn't work too, but I'd like to get it when there's more interaction too. So we'll schedule it so we can get you back on the next month or two or so we can get you back on there. But those that have been in the audience, contributing and commenting, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Appreciate the support that you guys give the X's and O's and the podcast. We couldn't do it without you guys, and we really appreciate it. Guys, thanks for this evening. Brad, thanks for your time. We're going to get with you. We'll get that stuff ordered so we can get that stuff out. Yes. And I will be placing more orders for myself so I can start applying those so I can play with it. Titan Detail, appreciate it. Guys, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Brad or any of us. Again, we look forward to seeing you on our next podcast, our next one. We're super, super excited with our new next guest. We will keep you in suspense with that, and that will be on December 14th. So stay tuned, and we will be back with you then. Guys, have a great evening. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Sounds good. Good night, everybody.
Good night.